Hello, Burlingame community, and happy almost Friday. And just a gentle reminder that tomorrow is a teacher workday. No students on campus, but teachers will be there all day getting caught up on their work. Principals will be as well. It's a great catch up day, but there are no classes tomorrow. Just a gentle reminder for everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. And I want to focus a little bit today on campuses reopening. So I think a little bit lost in all the various messaging is a great reminder and a great amount of optimism about the fact that when we come back from spring break, I believe the first day of school is April 4th, after we return, our campuses will be open without the restrictions that we've had in place during COVID. What does that mean? That means that both adults as well as their learners and community members can come onto our campuses for community events, both indoors and outdoors, with masking being optional, and participate in community events. So, whether that's Parks and Rec being fully reopened, whether that's our own activities, all of those things will be able to recommence once our campuses reopen after spring break. Some campuses, some of our smaller campuses, are a bit more limited because they are providing after school care until 6 o'clock. And so those campuses just need to be careful to provide those children with space because their parents are paying for after school care with champions. And they, of course, need to be kept separate because that's a daycare program. So just be aware of that if that's an issue that comes up at your campus. What does this also mean? This also means that moving up and graduation ceremonies will come back in their pre-COVID formats, something I haven't seen either. And so that's something to look forward to and get excited about for the end of the year with your child, as well as with your school community, your PTA, and your principal. But it also means that we can recommence planning with PTAs and your BCE site chair, various community events that can go back to campus after the spring break. And that's just during non-student hours, so in the evenings and on the weekends and over holidays. So already I'm starting to see play dates being announced. I'm starting to see popsicle days and ice cream socials beginning to populate people's calendars. I'm seeing evening events, including maybe even dances. I was asked about dances recently. And all of those things become possible again with the restrictions lifting on campus. So something to get excited about. Principals have already started assemblies and occasional monthly assemblies with our kids, as well as groups coming from off campus to do enrichment activities with our children as well. So a lot starting to resume after a couple of years of sort of pausing. One request that I would have for everybody is please reach out to your local PTA. PTAs are indicating that volunteerism is down since COVID. Getting people back engaged is a priority of our PTAs as well as our principals. And we really want to make sure that particularly our TK, kindergarten, and first grade parents, especially if it was one of their first children that's come into Burlingame in the past couple of years, make that effort to re-engage. You'll get to meet a lot of your neighbors and community members. You'll get to meet your PTA folks, your BCE folks, and it's really important and it's really helpful, not just for the school, but it's really helpful for your kids because you'd be amazed at the number of activities that go on at our school campuses. So something to look forward to and something we really want to make sure happens. I've had a lot of questions about when we do events on campus after school hours. How does somebody get, background checks or TB? Please remember that background checks and TB are only required for parent volunteers during school hours because they have sustained contact with children that are other than their own. So if you are a volunteer that helps out in the library or in a classroom or in some other manner on a campus that the principal has approved, during school hours, that's when you need to be volunteer approved by the school district. If you're just attending an event after school hours, whether it's a play or a concert or anything like that, that is just you attending as a community member. You are not volunteering with other people's children. And so none of those requirements apply in those situations. So reach back out to your PTAs, reach back out to your principals and re-engage. And for those of you that are new to our community over the past 2 years when we've been in a COVID stance, get engaged and volunteer. There's such a rich volunteer and parent community history at our schools. Re-engage with that and enjoy it. I can't wait to start attending some of the events I've heard so much about in my time here, but have never seen. And I look forward to seeing each of you as those things begin to reemerge. I did get to attend a coffee at Roosevelt this morning. It was lightly attended, and these are some of the topics that we talked about, and really exciting to begin to see people without their masks. But re-engage, folks, and reach out to your PTAs. Hope everybody's doing well, and I hope that you consider spring is ahead and things are just feeling more optimistic. Can't wait. Take care.